What concerns us, I think, tonight, and one of the things I want to deal with, is this, to me, is just another in a series of issues that confront you and I in this country. Part of that alarms me is not just the deed itself, if it's true. What alarms me is that you have to find these things out from private sources, that the media is an active participant in the cover-ups, which leads, of course, to the real topic that I want to deal with tonight. Remember when Jesus was before Pilate, the cynical procurator said, "What is truth?" It's sort of just a rhetorical, cynical question. And yet, if we think about it just a moment, truth is the most precious treasure that you and I should be coveting. Truth is the key to success, fulfillment, victory, or achieving any worthwhile goal. And I'm going to suggest to you that the pursuit of truth is the greatest challenge, no matter what your endeavors are. Now, this fabulous century, as it's sometimes called, that we live in, has ushered in astonishing changes in the realms of technology and what have you. And yet, strangely, it has also probed new depths of darkness with devastating wars, monstrous new weapons, and it's yielded the bloodiest, most revolutionary, most unpredictable century in all of history. And perhaps most fearsome of all, the part that scares me the most as you come to realize it, it has also ushered in the abandonment of truth. And in any cultural war, truth is the first casualty. Determining the nature of reality is the cornerstone of living. A man puts into practice tomorrow what he believes today. And to believe in the wrong model of history or the wrong purpose of living can lead to gross errors, great tragedies, devastating consequences. The correct, true view of man, God, history is the key to sanity, survival, and fulfillment for each of us. These incredible contradictions that we experience in our present predicament result because too few people are taking the time to evaluate the issues, agree with the true, and resist the false. Most of us are borne along by streams of influence that are managed by others inimical to our own interests. Most of the assumptions that govern our society, our nation, our families demand re-examination. And the shock that you'll come to as you do this is virtually all of them are false. And most of them arise from deliberate deceit. So I call the time that you and I are plunging into the age of deceit. And that's one of the most disturbing discoveries I make as I started to prepare in this direction, the discovery that virtually all of our assumptions and preconceptions that surround our lives are, upon careful examination, false, and most of them deliberately promoted lies. And by the way, if you agree with that statement, you probably have been listening close enough. And so let's examine a few of these. The first one, these are a few myths that we all believe. We live in a free country. Well, do we? Well, first of all, let's just touch, I won't get into an economic thing here, but the ancient serfs of the feudal periods spent 3 months of the year working for their master. You and I work into July because we're taxed at over 60% rate. You can figure it out. And I won't get into another one of these analogies about our federal debt, but let's assume we have a population of 250 million. How long would it take if every man, woman, and child put aside $1 a month to retire the $4 trillion of debt? 1,333 years is not enough. And that's only on a $4 trillion estimate. The real debt is, of course, much larger than that. That gives you a rough feeling for it. But the real issue is most of us have grown up proud of our American heritage and the lofty ideals that framed this incredible experiment in human dignity and freedom we call this country. But now we find that the more we are informed about our government, the more we discover that it is the primary adversary of our freedoms and of justice. As we carefully observe our national predicaments, we find that our investigatory agencies appear to be organizing cover-ups of wrongdoing rather than investigating and bringing to trial the criminals responsible.